So the next component of what we want to look at now is making predictions using the exponential model. Now this is going to be very heavily Desmos related, so you're going to want to have Desmos on your screen in this video if you want to practice along with me. So the first thing is, on your Desmos screen, I want you to be very careful not to just delete the entire table. When you delete the entire table, it changes your x1s to, so I'll go ahead and show you actually. If I delete my entire table and then click plus table, now you can see that my x1 is an x2 and my y1 is a y2. Not what I want. So instead of deleting the table, just click in that bottom row and just delete up until the whole table is pretty much empty. Okay, so don't delete the table, just delete the rows of the table. And if you want, and don't delete this equation either. It's very important that that equation is still there. So now we can type in our new numbers. So this table right here, 3, 4, 5, 6, and my y value is 108, 324, 972, and 2,916. Okay, so notice that it's already creating my equation for me, and it's already giving me my predictions. Okay, so we've typed in our new data, we've typed in our equation here. If you want to, you could click and drag this and bring it up to the top. You won't really need that for the time being. What we're going to use now is the table itself, because what we want to do is find the difference between f of 7 and f of 2. So it's actually quite easy that if we just come down here into the table again, we take f of 7 and f of 2. So we want to find the difference between those two. That's all we have to do there, is essentially type in 7, type in 2, and then subtract those two because it's asking for the difference. So 8,748 minus 36. So the difference is 8,721. So we'll go ahead and just type that in real quick. 8,721. That would be our difference on this particular example. So again, it was 12, not 21. Okay. So again, typing in your data, and then you typing in 7, typing in 2, and then subtracting those two values. So try that for these next couple problems as well. You're going to change the values here. So notice that this was data before and after. 2 came before, and then 7 came after. But now we're going to be filling in some of the data in between. So again, coming back to Desmos, I'm just going to delete the values in the first column. Delete those values real fast. Type in my new ones, -1, 1, 3, and 5. Type in my new y values, 800, 250, and 12.5. All right, and then it's asking us to find the values of g of 4 and g of 2. So again, type in 4, type in 2. So g of 4 is 25, and g of 2 is 100. So 25 minus 100, negative 75. So the answer there would have been 25 minus 100, which equals negative 75. So really important that we're able to do both of those, finding the values before and after our table, 7 and 2, or even values within the table, in between our data values. So positive 2 and positive 4. So take a second, try these examples out as well, and see if you're able to determine those two answers. So we can see here, if you found your values correctly, you should have ended up with -1 plus -32, giving us -33. And then you should have ended up here with 192. J of 6 was 192, and J of 2 was 12. So you add those together, you get 204. So again, just making sure that we can find the exponential models in Desmos, and then type those values in to make those predictions. Very, very important. The next stage is going to focus on a new element. So let's jump into that.